and girls, men and women, old and young, welcome to yet another episode of the podcast show. Hanging out with me, Mr. Tush B.
And me, Miss D. Wageni.
And me, James Nganga here.
Yes. Too bad today, Cynthia Kathiani is not in the building. Cindy.
Whatever.
I was trying to prolong her name. Cynthia. Cynthia is not in the building. Anyway, the show has to go on. She sent her apologies though. So to everyone who was listening, today she's not in. But next time, atakuwa in the building. Today is a very interesting day. We are on the last day of August 2017. As we come near...
We're in the last day of July.
Oh, yes. Near August.
Yes.
Oh, man. Manzi, I am past elections, by the way.
It's getting old.
I'm just getting old, yeah, and I'm getting rusty. Anyway. Yeah. And we have a couple of days left to the general elections.
8.
And we are advocating
7 to be specific.
Advocating for what? Advocating for peace. Peace. That's all we want. Maniaje.
Yeah.
Our topic today, B. Nakupatia the honors.
Sibling rivalry.
Yeah, sibling rivalry. I wish ningekuwa naweza kuitranslate kwa Kiswahili.
Kupigana kwa kina dada
na ndugu.
Dada na ndugu. Yes, sibling rivalry. D, because we are discussing sibling rivalry, yeah? Before we even get to the meat of the whole story, yeah? I think it's easier we first define.
Yeah.
What is sibling rivalry?
Yes.
And sibling rivalry is a jealous competition and fighting between brother and sister, or between brother and brother, or vice versa. It is a concern for almost all parents of 2 or more kids. A problem often starts right after the birth of the second child. Sibling rivalry usually continues throughout childhood, and at times can be frustrating and stressful to the parents, as it can actually continue into adulthood. So, what really causes sibling rivalry? What do you think, according to you, Jemo, causes sibling rivalry?
According to me, the first thing is I have brothers, and sibling my God, rivalry between brothers is actually very, very bad. I remember when my brothers came. Now they came as a bundle. They came as twins now. Walikuja pamoja. Walikuja ka PK. So even them, between them, they have, it's to please everyone wants to please their parents, right? So that's the thing. When you do this, he'll do better than you. When you do this, and the problem comes when one is better than the other at something. For example, at school, when one is better than the other, the rivalry is real.
Me, I'd say,
what do you think causes
when you want to please your parent, when there's some sort of jealousy, when maybe one parent treats one child better than the other, or when it comes to competition. To me, basically, those are the things that I'd say that cause sibling rivalry. Yeah.
And do you actually think sibling rivalry in itself poses as a great problem in the family setting? Do you think it can actually disorient a family? Or do you think it's something that just, by the mere fact that we're human beings, it comes and goes? What is your take on that?
Yeah, I think it comes and goes, first of all. And yes, it does disrupt a family setting sometimes, in some cases. Yeah. But it comes and goes. And I think it would be a problem for people who come from blended families. Hoping you understand what I mean when a blended family. Where it's not just made up of mother, father, and children.
Extended family.
Yeah, it can be mother, stepfather, step siblings, and
so on, etc.
Blended family. Yeah.
So you actually think it has 2 sides of the coin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has the pros and the cons.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think it has the bad side and the good side. The bad side is if it persists till adulthood now. And also, even in adulthood, it has its good side, because you will see my brother is working better than me. I'll work hard, so it will be like he does this, I do this. He does this, I do this. We're competing for our parents' attention, and sometimes it's bad, because I've had cases of people brother, sister, brother fighting until they kill each other. Sometimes it's,
a very
becomes
good,
crazy.
very good story is the story of Cain and Abel in the
Yes,
Bible.
true.
That is sibling rivalry.
Yeah.
One became jealous over the other, and he decided to kill the brother because the offer of the offering.
So meaning this is not something that started juicy. It's been there.
But do you think that parents also play a role?
They play a huge role, a huge one, because if it's not for them, sibling rivalry starts with competition or jealousy, and who brings all this? It's the parents.
How do they do that?
Like, for example, jealousy. I would be jealous because maybe you have something better than me, or maybe you're being treated better than me and you're my sibling and we have the same parents, so I'd wonder why. See, that would bring it. Competition. Maybe you're doing something better. Maybe you're being applauded for it. You're like,
someone is getting all the credit.
Yeah, and you're there.
Not here.
Yeah. So you, of course, I think parents play a huge role when it comes to sibling rivalry. Yeah.
So in this case, when we talk about parenting, I was actually being told that parents actually don't have a favorite kid.
That's a lie.
Do you believe that's true, Jemu?
That is a lie.
I do
Big
think
one.
sometimes I'll come back to this point. Siblings, we are gifted differently. We are even home. We are gifted very differently. I can do this better. One can be good at school. One can be good at this. But what if the parent only likes is an academic person? So he will say, "Oh, my boy is good in school. My other boy just runs. I don't care about that." So the other, even when it comes to serious issues in the home, like let's sit down and talk about, say, how to divide land. The parent will say, one of my sons is clever. Is clever, quotes. So I will give them more land or something like that. It all depends also with the parents. They may love the child who is not so fortunate to have some abilities. Also, because it happens a lot with also, say, mothers. If they have a son who's not so good, who's not so clever, or that's their favorite because he needs more. He needs more attention. I've seen that case in action. So it's parents do play a big role in this, but it's also relative. Some parents some parents try their best to treat all the children the same, but it's hard to. I've noticed it's not easy.
You can't have a 50-50 balance where you're loving all the kids equally. One has to have more attention than the other. Especially when we're having I've seen scenarios whereby we have kids. We have a daughter and a son, and you're living in a good family that comprises of father, mother, and the two children. You get instances whereby the father is more inclined towards the daughter.
But that's something that's just natural.
Yeah, but think about it in this way. It also brings a level of rivalry in the sense that, let's say your dad probably gives. Let's say you have a brother and you're the daughter, and your father gives you more attention and gives you probably more advantages in the home than your bro. And your brother will feel that at some point he's not feeling respected as he should or appreciated in the house, because probably your dad is more inclined towards you. As you usually know, opposite genders attract, and it goes deep in the family in the sense that your mom is going to be more inclined to the son. So there's some things you even find in a family, for instance, like the mom tends to do some things with the son alone. They never involve the father nor the daughter. And at some point I was actually hearing this story, and I don't know if it's true from the people who were telling me, but they were saying that at some point the wife and the daughter are often at loggerheads.
Exactly.
Because they are both trying to get attention from the man.
From one man.
Who is the dad.
Exactly.
And that's why sometimes it comes to a point when the child is like 23 and the daughter is 23, the mom starts saying, sasa wewe unafaa uanze
nimeshindwa na wewe.
Nimeshindwa na wewe, sasa uanze.
Even comes at 15 there. Teenage, fighting.
And then unapata sasa the father is believing the daughter more than the mom.
Or maybe he's torn between the two. So he's like,
Who does he
Anyway.
pick? Who does he choose?
I think it's more difficult. You see that setting when you umesema that the daughter and the wife they compete for the dad's attention. I think it's, we imagine this scenario where this dad has a daughter, then he goes and marries someone else. Maybe they separated with the wife, they go and marry, this man goes and marries someone else, and then they decide to live with the daughter. Just imagine that's a scenario. And then to make it worse, this wife is young. Yeah, she's not old. Maybe wameachana na huyu mtoi for like 6-7 years. We just imagine that scenario.
Which actually, you've said that, and you've brought up another topic.
Yeah.
That I don't know if I'm supposed to touch on that immediately after this topic.
Yeah, we can touch on it after.
But I think we'll touch on it after. But in your case, I think I'll discuss that on the topic that I want to discuss. But as you're saying, it holds a lot of water.
Yeah.
Because in such situations, you as a kid, you also torn in between. At the same time, you want your father or your mother to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the family differences always occur.
Yeah.
But at some point, it also disturbs you. It affects you psychologically.
Yeah.
But what do you do about it? Because as we were saying, remember, like, the issue of you wanting to kill your blood brother or your blood sister just because of attention goes deep to show you that actually sibling rivalry is a huge
and it's
thing.
not as it's not a light issue.
Like
sound.
people don't want to come out clearly and actually address these issues.
Admit it's big.
because right now we are more engulfed in other issues we are more engulfed on. We're giving other issues more priority than other issues.
I don't even think this topic has ever been discussed.
Yeah, like when was the last time we actually had people discussing about sibling rivalry?
No, it's
and every day, and like on an everyday basis, on a Kenyan setting, there are people who go home and they fight each other on a daily basis. Brother against brother, sister against sister, brother against sister.
Yeah.
And it's a huge thing.
Yeah.
True.
Unapata one is, because I was getting, as we were saying, unapata one is successful.
Yeah, exactly.
The other one is not as successful
as this one.
as the other one. But because of the rivalry, the one who is not as successful doesn't want to come out clean and admit that I need your help.
Yeah.
You get
ego.
True.
Yeah, and the other one who's successful is like, anyway, so long as he doesn't call me, he's fine. And then you forget at the end of the day, you remain
you do need each other.
You do need each other. And it's a huge thing, because a new study has actually claimed that mothers and fathers are actually the ones who bring about the long-term emotional distress, especially when it comes to sibling rivalry.
You see? What does it say?
And the keyword is emotional.
Emotional.
It's not even about physical. It's more of emotions. And I don't think there's nothing that destroys someone as emotional damage.
True. It's better physical. Physical you'll cope up with it. Emotional is long term.
So, what are some of the ways that you think sibling rivalry can be reduced? Like, what are some of the measures you guys think can be done to tone down the issue of sibling rivalry?
First of all, I think we start with the parents, since they're the ones who are responsible for like nurturing these children, teaching them. I don't know. I think
life,
first of all,
how to live with other people.
Yeah, and how to deal with jealousy and competition and things like that, because it starts with them, how they treat their children, and it all comes down to how you were brought up. Yeah.
So, there's a place I was reading, and it gave us 6 ways on how you can actually effectively reduce sibling rivalry. The number one is, it says, lose the labels.
Yeah.
You understand? And when they talk about losing labels, they actually mean, don't go labeling that this one is the smartest.
Yeah.
This one is the brightest. So you get, just lose the labels.
True.
Don't show the kid that you're smarter than your brother or you're smarter than your sister.
Yeah.
Lose it. Put them on a level platform. If you're strong in academics and you're strong in sports, point out that you're strong in academics. In short, don't give any weakness.
I don't love anyone more than the
I
other.
don't love anyone more than this. So, in that way, you can be able to balance, because the kid knows I might be strong in academics, but I'm not as strong as in sports as my brother or my sister. In that way, all of you are in a level platform. But at the end of the day, it emphasizes on point is losing those labels.
Yeah.
Don't label each kid as different from the other one.
Yeah.
Just let them know that all of you are my children. And that is what stands.
And lie to them that you love them equally.
Yes.
Because
Because if you
let's
don't,
not pretend that they
Yeah.
love your parents are not capable of loving each
Equally.
and every child equally. Let's just admit
that one you agree.
Yes.
Number 2, it says create a timetable that you arrange for attention. In the sense that have a timetable whereby each kid has their own time, to receive their own attention. In the sense that because you cannot have 2 kids having equal attention at the same time, it can't happen. Create a timetable and say, today is the day I'm going to pay attention to this kid.
Yeah.
Or from this time to this time, the attention is drawn towards this kid. From this time to this time, the attention is drawn towards this kid. In that way, they'll be knowing that each and every kid in that family has equal attention levels.
Yeah.
True. Everyone has, the parents have
their
time for everyone.
For that, So from, let's say from 5 to 6, the father is talking to the son, and the mother is talking to the father. The mother is talking to the daughter.
Yeah.
And then from probably 6 to 7, the father is alternating and the mom is alternating. In that way, you're going to create a level platform, and you're going to have attention equally to each kid. Number 3, it says prepare for peace. Have a peace routine, in the sense that as long as you're dealing with people, we have different ideologies, and once in a while we are going to have conflicts in the house. Come up with a way of ensuring when that conflict comes about, you have a scheme or you have a plan to ensure that peace is going to prevail at the end of the day. Because as much as you're having equal attention for each kid, one might feel probably this kid is receiving too much attention, as much as they're having equal attention on both. Because as I'm saying, ideologies are different, perspectives are different. So you need to come up with a way to ensure that at the end of the day, peace prevails. So what are some of the ways you can actually ensure that there's peace in the home? Give them chores to do together.
Oh. Wow.
You understand? If it's cleaning the house,
so they can spend time with each other.
So they spend time with each other. They get to understand each other more.
Okay.
Not giving one light duties, the other one giving them heavy duties. If it's chores, it's chores. If it's punishment, pamoja. In that way, they're going to learn to be united. They're going to learn to do things together. At the end of the day, a family is like a football team. You cannot score if you don't have teamwork.
Yeah.
Number 4, stay out of squabbles.
Try to avoid problems as much as you can.
As much as you can. At the end of the day, what they're simply saying is this. If a kid has created their own problem, let them create their own solution. There was a story, the president of Kenya, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta was telling people. There was a time when he was in high school. He got in wrangles with a teacher. And he knew that there was no easy way to get out of it. So what he decided to do, he went and told his friends, what are some of the ways I can do to get out of squabbles with this teacher? The friends advised him and told him, see, your dad is the president. Go call him and tell him to bring cops here. Or let him come to this school. In that way, when they see your father here, they know how serious or how of a big fish you are. So that's what he decided to do. He actually went and called the dad. And he told the dad, because when he prays, oh dad, no mwalimu ataka kunichapa, si ukamu nitete. Do you know what the dad told him? The dad told him, I cannot come there to defend you. You are a man. Learn to take care of your problems. You know, learn to fight your own fights. Don't involve people to come and fight your fights for you. If your kid has created their own problem, let them know that you won't be there forever. And at the end of the day, they need to create solutions to their problems, because the one who creates a problem is the only one who can create a solution. You know, it's like, do you want to pass an exam? Yes. The only way you have to do it is read.
Exactly.
And no one can read
and no
for
one
you.
can read for you. So it's either you sacrifice time and read to pass, or
you
just
fail.
sleep and fail. Simple. So as a parent, you
And you
need to
can't
ensure.
blame anyone when you fail.
Yeah, as a parent, you need to ensure when they are having their own issues,
They find
do
the
not
solutions.
intervene.
Yeah.
Let them find solutions on their own. In that way, they will realize our parents won't be there forever for us, and we need to have solutions to our problems.
I think also it comes to this point, when all parents should realize that their children are growing up. And as you said, they not always be there.
Yeah.
One day it will come, one may die or something like that. So they have to know how to deal with problems from a young age. And vile umesema too, it's give them chores together. Give them something challenging to do together so they can find solutions on their own.
Yeah.
Like number one, let's just face it. If your child is a boy, there's no shortcut to being a man. You have to go through experiences and really learn from that. So give them chores, give them work. I know children, not even children, people who are 25 years old and they cannot do simple things for themselves. They cannot wash dishes. They cannot wash simple stuff to do for themselves. Also, I've seen children who are 6, 10 who can cook, who can such things to prepare for them for life. Life will not always be a straight line. Things will be hard at some point. So also, when they fight, even if it's sit down, ask them what happened. What happened? Get both stories. Then how do you think we can sort this out? How do you think you can sort this out? Sort it out like that. It will also give them motivation. They're like, we are growing up. Dad is trusting us.
We can actually create decisions on our own.
Exactly.
Decisions that people actually respect.
Exactly. Dad is trusting us. Mom is trusting us. From then on, they will work towards achieving better things.
Very true. Which actually, I think you've touched on the fifth point, which is, as a parent, sometimes the fifth point is calming the conflict or calming the situation, in the sense that sometimes in the process of them growing, they might make decisions which are rational decisions.
Everyone does.
And you make bad choices at some point. So as a parent, you sometimes need to intervene, not to necessarily give them a solution, but to calm the situation, in the sense that probably you've made a rational decision, accept the decision you've made, learn from it, look for another way out. Don't necessarily show them that immediate decisions are the best decisions. Sometimes the best decisions in life take time to make. So let them know that, and that is one of the ways you can calm the situation. And the sixth point is put them all in the same boat. At the end of the day, as we were saying, you are a family first. Before you go splitting, before you go down splitting them into strength and weaknesses, you're a family. So let them know, despite your strength, despite your weakness, you're all in the same boat. And this boat is headed in the same destination. Just as the captain needs the sailors, needs the cooks, needs the cleaners to ensure that they reach in the same destination, so does the family.
True. True.
And at the end of the day, that is what all this is all about.
Family is a team.
It's a team. As I'm saying, football team, you cannot score without teamwork.
Yes.
And also you have to face the fact that not as a football team, there are times members of the same team fight. It's we're not saying that even if you do all that, you will prevent problems. They will be there. But find a way to sort them out. It's this is what happens when a parent dies, or the father dies, or the mother dies, and they had wealth. Then the children start fighting for it. It's a sign that
we have some people not speaking to their siblings for like 10 years.
Exactly, or more. It's
strange.
Exactly. It shows that the parents didn't teach them. When I go, I want you to be like this and like this and like this. Teaching a child from when they're young really helps. I read somewhere that when the child is still in the womb, they hear you. Why do you think the child, when they're just out, they know the mother's voice? Because from a young age, teach them, I will not always be here. You need to solve your own problems. And fighting is not always a solution to something. There will be conflicts, but fighting is not always the solution to it. Find solutions to things, and it builds their mental capacity and their way of dealing with life. Life is not a straight line.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah.
You need to come up with a way to ensure that whatever you're doing as a father, in short, whatever you're doing as a parent, that you build a strong legal foundation
to
ensure that your kids live in peace. And I think that is the best line. I'm saying, man, the time is really not on our side.
Let me first say something. So, as we've discussed, this should show that being a parent is not easy.
Yeah.
First of all, number one, it's not just about giving birth to someone or people, then expecting them to like learn things by themselves.
Yeah.
Having a child is giving birth to them, nurturing them, instilling them with the
values.
These things.
Principles.
So
being a parent is not giving birth; it's nurturing the child.
And that's why we're saying respect to all the parents. And parenting is not even a profession. Parenting is a calling. You know, you're called to be a parent.
And once you're a parent, you're a parent forever. It's something permanent.
And that's why...
Even if your child is 20, 50,
you're
still a parent.
Be a kid.
Yeah.
That's why in this show we give props to all the parents out there. Single mothers, single fathers, anyone who is a parent out there, be it mko pamoja ama mko divorced, at the end of the day,
you are still parents.
You're still parents, and we give you nothing but respect.
And for those people who they call guardians.
Yes, and guardians.
Exactly.
Yes. Anyone who's in short, anyone who is a co-parenting capacity.
Yeah.
Because even being an older sibling,
true,
you're a parent in a way.
You're a parent in a way, true.
You're a parent to your younger
business.
siblings. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's why we're saying tunasema respect.
Yeah.
Respect. It's not easy.
And to the parents, I heard someone say one day, it didn't make sense to me, but someone said, there is daddy and there is father. There is mommy and there is mother. What does that mean? There is, because I just gave birth to you, you're just
there.
I'm just your father. I just gave birth to you. I don't care about you. I'm just your father. Daddy, you have a problem. Okay, my son, come, let's talk about this. Daddy is someone who is involved in your life. Okay? Because you cannot escape from being a father. You gave birth to this child, your father, your dad, your father. Daddy is someone who is involved in the life of the child. There's mother. This child was in your womb.
Capiche.
Out. It's your life. I don't care about you. Mommy is, you will come out, you are part of this child's life. Disciplining, and also discipline is very important. Meaning you're part of that child's life. So parenting is not easy at all. It's not easy.
It's, by the way, it's an uphill task.
I'm not a parent though, but I see.
It's an uphill task.
Yeah, and I would also like this generation. I know it's been happening. People getting pregnant, ile unplanned pregnancies. It would be nice if this generation would change and decide that we're going to be having kids when we've planned for it, when we are ready, because we know the kind of things that we are going to expect when we start having kids and being parents.
Not being parents because we went on Instagram and you saw your pal alipata mtoto akafanywa baby shower na unataka vitu kama hizo. Kataumana. By the way, it's true.
It happens like that.
It happens because unapata influence. You go to social media, all your friends are having kids, and you feel like you're the one who's left out, and you don't know the plan they had. Probably they had their plans all laid out from day one. Alafu you start comparing them to you. Tuache yo maneno. Remember, a kid who is not being taken care of becomes a problem to the society at large. Not only will the kid become a problem.
Imagine just one child now, when we have two who have sibling rivalry.
What will happen? We're going to be having a society that has people who are mentally disoriented, emotional disorientation.
People who cannot live with others.
People who can't live with others.
People who are jealous. Competitive.
And that is not the kind of life we really want to have. Otherwise, manze, I'm seeing, like as I was saying, time is really not on our side. Too bad, as I'm saying, saying, everything good has to come to an end. It's been a whole 30 minutes of good talk, and this is the kind of talks we usually encourage in our show. Remember, you can always get interactive with us, D,
through our Facebook page called The Podcast Show. We are getting likes each day. There's a like. Thank you, people, for liking our page. The only thing I'd want you to improve on is being interactive with our topics.
Yes.
You can comment, like, say anything you want to us. We'll appreciate and we'll sample some of your comments.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
Final words, Jemo?
Final words. People, if you're a parent, if you're a sibling to someone, maintain peace. It's, as we said, family is teamwork.
Yeah.
Make sure that team is tight. You will need each other one day. Just one day. You may think you don't need it. You will need each other.
It will come along on that day that you're not really expecting.
True.
Yeah, Manze. Otherwise, for me, I am Tush B.
I am D. Wageni.
I'm James Nganga here.
Till meet next time. Adios.
Goodbye, people.
Yeah.